AM 1160 and WCCSradio.com. Well, this is one of those rarities when we talk to somebody in Dallas, and we do that quite often. We talk to folks in Dallas a lot. And the temperatures there are always nice and warm and toasty, even in the wintertime. But it isn't always like that, and today's the case for Bob Kehr. My goodness gracious, Bob, you're telling me it's 20 there right now?
Yeah. Fortunately, the wind is down. It was pretty bad yesterday for us anyway.
Hey, Bob, our current temperature is 20 degrees here in Indiana, Pennsylvania.
Well, I may as well be there.
That's what we always said. We wish Bob was here. Bob is a cybersecurity expert with us this morning with a warning for us in our visit with him, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. So you head up the Kehr Technologies group. I've been in cybersecurity for a lot of years, and this is a particularly vulnerable time for people with smartphones, huh?
You're so right about that. You know, technology has really come a long ways and it's improved our lives. It's also improved the lives of the bad actors who are out there. One of the things that generative AI can do these days is actually generate something that sounds like a loved one's voice, or create a video that actually looks like your loved one, and they can communicate with you and say, I'm in trouble, I need some help.
Wow.
Well, what the FBI is saying is, if you get a phone call, just hang up and call your loved one back directly. That's step one. Mm-hmm. Number two, have a safe word. Come up with a phrase or a safe word amongst your family, so that if something does happen like that, you can simply ask, what is our safe word? And AI is not going to be able to figure that out. So that's the best way to protect yourself. Very low-tech way to protect yourself.
That's interesting, isn't it? That we can go back to just some common sense things, but what we need to do this ahead of time, and we need to keep everybody up to date.
You're right. Talk to your friends and family now. Do this. You have to have these conversations well before anything happens, and now is a good time to get started on that.
All right. So, Bob, you've been watching AI, I'm sure, for quite some time. You know the dangers of it, but there are great benefits with AI as well. Do we have a handle on it yet?
I think there is so much change that's about to happen, so I would say no. I think we're in the early stages of this, and a lot of good and potentially bad is going to come from it.
Yeah. Well, what you just said about being able to actually create videos using, whatever is available publicly to come up with something that looks like and sounds like somebody who is our actual relative, it really does make us want to be concerned about the way that we're protecting ourselves and our identities. We don't want people getting access.
Yeah, I would say limit who you give access to your social media. Definitely think about that. And, along those same lines, it's not expensive for the bad actors to do this stuff. It's very inexpensive these days. So even you as an individual make a good target.
Yeah.
So be careful.
And it's not only smartphones, right?
That's right. They can, it could be simple as text. It could be a straight phone call to a home phone, social media, you name it, any sort of electronic communication. It's all vulnerable.
Yeah. So create a safe word. Makes perfect sense. And then when you get that call, just go ahead and hang up and call them back.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they really are in trouble, they'll know that safe word.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's a scary thing to get out there, and particularly for parents with young kids that are just getting onto online platforms, just getting their first smartphones, and here they go off to school one day, and that's a vulnerable time because they're not with you right then. They can't come to you and say, "Mom, is this right? Does this sound right to you?" When they're out there on their own, they're having to make decisions for themselves.
Right. And in any situation, and for younger kids, it's always worrisome. That is for sure.
Yeah. All right. So AI is a big concern, especially for those of us who have smartphones. That's a common sense way to go about it. Bob, tell me about Kehr Technologies and cybersecurity and how important it is for us. As
I mentioned before, it doesn't cost anything really to go after anybody as a target which means we all need to be protected. We help businesses with computers, 200 computers or less. We help them to be productive. We have a help desk, and we provide cybersecurity so they can be protected while being productive.
People can get into your computers and they can steal big hunks of data and files from you. And ransomware is a really, really big deal. Do we have a complete handle on that now?
Well, I think this is an ongoing thing. It's evolving constantly. The best way to deal with that is be prepared to have it happen to you. That means taking a backup of all your data and making sure your backup is not connected to your computer, because the bad guys will encrypt your backups too.
Yeah.
It's very simple, straightforward things to do. Doesn't cost a lot of money, but something you have to be very active in.
And I like the fact that we could actually bring some old school common sense into the entire equation, and hopefully that can forestall any real problems with whether it's AI or just traditional bad guys out there doing bad things.
Yes, I think that common sense is going to help us from now on. It's going to be an important part of our security posture.
All right. Well, there you go. The warning from Bob Kehr this morning, Kehr Technologies. We want to learn more about what you do and maybe get you to help us. What should we do, Bob?
The best is go to my website, kehrtech.com, KEHR tech.com.
Beautiful.
Love to hear from you.
Beautiful. Bob, appreciate it.
Y'all have a great day. Stay warm.
You too. Does McCarthy keep his job or not?
No. That's my prediction.
All right. Well,
I'm outside my bailiwick now.
It is Black Monday, so we'll find out. Thank you, Bob.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Hey, it's Dallas. He's in there. He's in Dallas. He's watching their media. He knows what's going on down there, so had to ask him.